Alright, here we go. Today's project, I'm going to install the 1-inch lift kit or spacer blocks to the rear axle. If you remember my previous video, I did the 2-inch spacer in the front, and before I get tires on it and get it aligned, I want to put the 1-inch in the rear. I think that'll bring it up just enough to look right. So let me get my impact wrench and we'll take it step by step. Alright, what am I going to do? I'm going to take it kind of on the cautious side here. I loosened up the U-bolts, and now I'm going to jack up the body to make sure I have my space in there. I don't want to take them off all the way because I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. At least now it's kind of locked in. I think it's kind of limited as to how much damage can happen right now. So I'm going to jack up the body, and hopefully, I see a space right in here now under the axle. I took the bolts up maybe 1/2 inch, 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to jack up the body, see if I can get a space underneath there. Then I know I'm on the right track, so let's see what happens. Alright, we made one quick change here. When I had up on the jack stands are actually sinking into the asphalt here. You can see the marks here, the 4 spots from the jack stands. But anyways, not only that, but you can even see right here the tire track from the steel wheel on the floor jack. So anyways, what I did, I moved it inside to the garage on the cement floor. It's much better now. Now it's not worth it to have something fall over and die. So anyways, let's get back to where I was. I'm going to lift up the body now, and actually I tightened down those U-bolts so I can put it into the garage. I'm going to loosen the U-bolts and jack up the body and see if we can get the space we need underneath that spring. So let's see what happens. Alright, like I was saying before, I didn't take them off all the way yet, these U-bolts, just to have a little bit of safety in here. But the let's see this or not. The whole U-bolt assembly here, if you want to call it, is loose. So I should be able to jack up the frame now, take the weight off that spring here, and I should see a gap up in here somewhere. Probably up in here, I would imagine. But let's see what happens. I'm over here at work right now. Reason being, I'm getting ready to install this 1-inch rear lift kit in the back of that Dodge. You know, the axle is pretty much loose. U-bolts are out. Ready to put it back together. But you know, a 1-inch lift kit, in my eyes, means that block should be 1 inch, not 2. I'm thinking if I go ahead and put this in, I'm going to be real sorry, because I only want to bring up a 1 inch in the back, because it doesn't need a lot. It'll look kind of, you know, that awkward look to it that came from the factory, with the nose a little bit lower. But anyways, it kind of pisses me off right now, because I got to go out of my way to fix someone else's problem. Like I say, I did get it on eBay, and I'm not sure if you guys can read this or not, but here's on my cell phone right here. It is Off-Roader Jeff. So I gave him an email, and it says automatic response that they're out until Monday. So I'm kind of stuck because the truck is apart, and I need to get it back together for work. I can't wait around. And number two, if he's going to send me a replacement, which I'm sure he would, it's going to take another 2 weeks because it took 2 weeks for this one to get here. So I'm thinking right now I'm going to machine an inch of it off and put it back together, I believe, the right way. So let's see what happens. Alright, so what I did, I drilled out these 2 holes a little deeper because it wasn't quite deep enough. Once I get rid of that, make that block 1 inch. Now I'm just going to chop out 1 inch of material. Maybe it's slow, but it'll work. Alright, here's my final cut. That should be down to 1 inch. Pretty close. Like I say, we'll finish making this cut, and I'll measure it up, make adjustment if necessary, and then cut the next one. So, keep on going. Alright, there we go. I need to deburr it yet, and it might out almost 100% perfect 1 inch, but like I say, there it is, 1 inch, big difference. Anyways, let me get the next one cut and I'll deburr it, and we're going to press these plugs in. Actually, this center hole is 2 different diameters, so it's pretty much a loose fit here, but right here it's going to be like a press fit. So if anybody's going to do something like this, make sure you cut off the easier side, you know what I'm saying, so that this press fit does not get removed. Anyways, let me cut that second piece and we'll move on from there. Alright, I'm back at the house. Here you go, 1 inch rear, I guess you call it lift kit, spacer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it just doesn't seem like I should be putting a 2 inch spacer back there when I only want 1 inch. Alright, so what I end up doing, I put a jack under the spring also. And I know it's kind of dark here, I'm not sure if you can see this enough, but this is where I believe this belongs. Alright, there we go. That's the driver's side is finished. 1 inch spacer installed. And one more thing, I not to complain too much, but on the bottom of those U-bolts, they didn't come with any washers, lock washers or flat washers. And I can't just use the nut alone because it'll just be too sloppy and kind of grinding into the hole that goes in that little clamp there. But anyways, that's the driver's side done. Let me go to the passenger side. I'm not sure how well you can see this with the being so dark in there, but this is where the spacer goes. If you notice, 3 holes in the bottom. It's almost like a locating hole, I suppose you can call it. And this goes right up in here, walks into here. One more. Right. Too far. That's it right there. Take it back. So it locks into there, and as it drops down, I can move the axle by hand. Okay, what I end up doing is putting this come along around the rear axle to the rear bumper of the truck, and just to pull the axle back so everything can line up. And if you look down there, if the dog gets out of the way, you can see that the spacer is installed. I'll put the lock washers and flat washers on that U-bolt and tighten them down. Alright, we'll tighten down these last 4 U-bolt screws, or nuts, and I think we're going to be ready for a test drive. Get it spin in the right direction first would help. I want to get them put as even as I can. Alright, there we go, a finished product. It's maybe hard to tell from here, but the back's up just about an inch higher than the front. It actually looks real good. I'm real happy. I think I would have been real sorry if I used that 2 inch spacer that came with the kit. I know that was wrong. I'm glad I cut it down. But like I say, it wasn't too bad of a project. I guess the biggest thing for help was that 3/4 inch impact wrench. And the impact sockets, the deep sockets, worked out real well, made it a lot easier. And I'm sure there's an easier way to do it than what I did, but it worked, so that's all that matters. Anyways, that's it for these projects for a while, I think. So anyways, hey, thanks for watching.